Warning, warning, Mercury is about to go retrograde.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. I'm back with another video, and today I want to talk about retrogrades, what they are, what's happening, and what is all the hype about. So the word retrograde comes from the Latin word retrogradus, and it means backward step. So when a planet is retrograde, it basically means that based on our viewpoint, the planet appears to be moving backwards. Now, we all know that the planet doesn't change direction or start moving in a different way, but it just looks like it from our point of view on Earth. And this has everything to do with our orbit in relation to that planet's orbit. Think about speeding down the street and passing all the cars beside you. They aren't stopping or going backwards, just moving at a different speed than you. In astrology, we believe that when planets go retrograde, the energy of that planet shifts. Things tend to slow down, they become more complicated and challenging, and it also tends to bring up the past. All planets go retrograde, but the frequency and duration actually depends on their own individual orbit. For instance, Venus retrogrades every 18 months, and it lasts for 6 weeks, whereas Saturn retrogrades once a year and lasts for 140 days. Also, how the retrograde affects us depends on what area of life that planet rules. So this year has been off the chain crazy in just about every aspect, especially astrologically, and we've had 6 planets retrograde this year. In fact, Mars is still retrograde right now. But today we are going to be talking about the most controversial retrograde, and that is Mercury retrograde. So Mercury's orbit around the sun is actually only 88 Earth days long. It's the closest to the sun, so it doesn't take that long to make one revolution. 1 day on Mercury is actually 1,408 Earth hours, or approximately 58 days, 15 hours, and 30 minutes in Earth time. If we lived on Mercury, we would have a birthday every 3 months. So when Mercury goes retrograde, it actually lasts about 3 weeks, and it happens 3 to 4 times every year. This is the most frequent retrograde that we experience, which may have something to do with why it's so controversial. So the next and final time that Mercury goes retrograde this year is happening in about a week on October 14th, and it will be in the sign of Scorpio. I almost forgot. You also have to take into account the pre and post shadow period. The pre-shadow has to do with the 2-week period before Mercury goes retrograde, and the post shadow is actually the 2-week period after Mercury goes direct. During these times, we can feel the effects of the retrograde gearing up or winding down, and things can be just as chaotic as if we were in the actual retrograde period. So beware, because we're actually in pre-shadow right now. Mercury rules how we think. It rules communication, transportation, intellect, and also day-to-day travel. When Mercury is in retrograde, we might experience a lot of misunderstandings, disagreements, even arguments. You may be more forgetful, or your intuition may be off. You may experience technology breaking down, like your phone and computer, especially anything that has to do with communication. Your car may break down, or you may be more accident prone. Your travel plans can get interrupted. Our perception and our thinking can be very skewed. Also, Exes may come back around, or just past experiences or past mistakes, they might resurface. So since our thinking can be kind of muddled, this is not a good time to sign contracts or make big purchases. It's a very good time to think before you speak, check over your emails, your text messages, and make sure you're choosing your words wisely. Back up your files on your computer and your phone just in case anything crashes or anything happens, and try to avoid making travel plans during this time. Mercury in Scorpio is actually here to help us gain emotional clarity. It is really important that we focus on self-care during this time. It's good to reach out to old friends or people that you haven't talked to in a long time, or just enjoy really nostalgic activities like looking at old pictures or reading through old journals. Mercury retrograde is really just a time for us to slow down and reflect. Things can go haywire, but it's not the end of the world. Breathe and remember the law of cause and effect. Everything happens for a reason. Trust in the universe. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you can know when I upload a new video, and I will catch you guys the next time. Peace.